OFG. Sorry, guys. I was listening to. Sorry, guys. Blessings, blessings. We are welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We are under some serious hurricane warnings right now. It's a category 4 hurricane, Hurricane Erin, and it's heading in our direction. So hence, I'm doing a hurricane watch. Don't know how long I'll be here for with you guys, but I'm just leaving the device where it is and watching while I prepare because I wasn't really ready for this. I wasn't really ready for this, but people, I was listening to while we are here and I'm in the background and we're looking on. I'm putting some things together. Welcome, 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 Grace. Um, it's really hello Janet, blessings, blessings. The title says hurricane watch, and it is indeed a hurricane watch. Blessings, thank you guys. um I was watching Kamanja earlier, actually, before I started this live, and I want to say that Kamanja is really making some sense with what he was speaking about with the issue with Brenda. Kamanja made clear sense. It's a lot of things that is going on in the background. A lot of us here who knows all parties that are involved. We know them personally. A lot of things that is going on in the background. But sometimes, guys, honestly, things can really quell. But because there's a fire brewing elsewhere, it actually elevates the issue. I really didn't come to talk about that, but I just wanted to make note. I also saw other people. I saw Prince's content. I saw Mora's content. Everybody is doing their own little thing. But honestly, I'm telling you the truth. This thing could have been solved easier, and mistakes were made. Mistakes have and is still being made everywhere, but each to his own. This is just my opinion personally. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. This is just my opinion personally. Let me see if I can connect my headset so I can move around because I'm actually in one place while I'm talking to you guys. For me, right? Honestly, the whole thing is I want peace. I want to see peace. There's no village that you will find without drama. No village that you would find, or no people that are really living in any one, I would say, confinement. Because remember, we're all unique. We're different. We're built differently. We're unique and we have our likes and dislikes. Guys, if you're just joining, I saw 20 something people when I just came on. Now it's down to 11. I guess because it's not drama, they don't want to stay. Now something is wrong. And I hope that nobody messing with me because it's now back at 30 something. Don't be messing. I hope nobody messing with me. There's a thing that is good. Let me tell you something, guys. There's a thing that is happening on YouTube where bots are being sent to your lives and to watch your content, and it actually, these things are against YouTube guidelines. And when people who want to harm you, they send the bots to watch you. Actually, YouTube sees your channel as basically misleading, you understand, and they will take you down. No, I'm telling you, I'm watching my numbers. They're jumping from 30 something down to 20, down to 18. So whatever is going on, I don't know, or I don't know. Anyway, my people, we're watching the hurricane also coming in. What you're seeing there is windy, windy and overcast. It's actually passing to the north, but we will get conditions. We will get conditions. Let me just get my headset so I can move around while I talk to you guys. Alright, the people. Um, I just trust that you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, because I've just paired the headset with the phone. If you can hear me clearly, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. If you're hearing me clearly, just give me a thumbs up. I want to continue the conversation about the issue on the YT streets. Yeah, yes, Grace, indeed. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Honestly. Oh no, I didn't even see you. How is Jamaica? Oh no, news for you. I don't live in Jamaica. I'm a born Jamaican, but I don't reside in Jamaica. No, I'm not in Jamaica. Marvia, I'm not in Jamaica. Yep. Yeah, I don't. No, 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 no. I don't. I don't. I'm not in Jamaica. I'm in the Eastern Caribbean and have been for most of my young adult life. So I'm a born Jamaican, but I didn't like. I left at a young adult age. I mean, when I say left, I mean move away from the country and actually resided out of the country. But I still have my home there. I built my home before I left, though. Before I left, yeah. Well, Doreen, thank you for coming and hold on the floor. See, we're there on the hurricane watch. Hey, on the top floor, overlooking people's houses, watching the hurricane roping in. This is in the Eastern Caribbean. I'm responding to Somerville. This is the Eastern Caribbean. Yeah. Yep. So I was talking earlier, guys, about the situation that is playing out on YouTube with Brenda. No, it is no Brenda, but I'm saying no Brenda because Brenda's name is making the headlines and not Civelli. And the reason for this is that Brenda took it on and came out to defend her husband, you know, which I was watching Kamanja's video earlier, and Kamanja, I didn't even finish watching it, but it's almost done to be finished. Kamanja's video made perfect sense, honestly. He explained it. I mean, his title is kind of misleading, but because I'm a content creator, I understood not to. I know better than to just watch somebody's title and judge. So I went in and I watched like I always do. And if you haven't watched Kamanja KE video, you should do just that because because he spoke clearly. He spoke clearly on the issue, and in truth, what a lot of people may have missed is that there is an underlying issue that it caused this whole situation to elevate. You understand? It caused the situation to elevate, which we heard when Mayugudo was saying, you were under Goto's video talking about me, and so on and so forth. So actually, Mayuguno was already pissed about with Savelli a long time. You understand? So, but that's besides the point. You know, we should always remember that teeth and tongue have to meet. Teeth and tongue not have to meet. Honestly, it's me. I'm one person that is not gonna say I'm gonna be blocking people. I'm gonna be unsubscribing. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. If for me, if I'm pissed about something that you do, I'm not going to. I just stop supporting. I just stop watching. I just stop watching. Nothing is wrong with unsubscribing, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. You know, people entitled to their own opinion. Sorry guys, I'm not on screen, but I was not prepared for it. It's just that I saw the hurricane thing come in, and I just decided why not chat with you guys for a little bit while we watch the storm clouds coming. Yes, so Doreen was saying, okay, so Brenda, actually, I was reading Doreen's comment. Brenda actually she did reach out, try to reach out to AM Carroll, to apologize for whatever she said. Like, to me, I think she wants to move on. I believe Brenda want to move on, just forget about things and move on. And if you listen to Kamanja video, it actually sums it up. I don't know if she spoke to Kamanja. I don't know, but I got a clearer understanding, even though I spoke with Brenda herself on when the issue first happened, and I was asking what is the matter, you know, and she explained to me that yes, indeed, Savelli went there, and you know, the argument ensued between Savelli and Mayuguno. But some parts in Mayuguno's video, it was deleted. He never showed that part. So I was saying, I drew reference to when the incident happened between Mogesi and Marwa. You know, you never saw that on Marwa's camera. Marwa, he never showed that because he didn't want the drama. You know, because he approached Mogesi. He approached Mogesi, but he never showed it on his camera. It came to light that he approached, he attacked Mogesi. I would say attack, because then he attacked him to stop, move the bike out the way. Move the bike, you're a little boy, move the bike and stop holding up progress. But he never showed it on his camera because he don't want that on his channel. So it might have been a case, in my view also, I made mention to that, it may have been a case where Mayuguno never want the world to see. And we saw Marwa did the same, because if it wasn't the boys, like Mogesi released that video, no one would have known that actually happened. So, say one, say two, people are not perfect. But as Commander was saying, what I saw was Brenda being Brenda. She's wearing her heart on her sleeve. You know, she love unconditionally. She gives everything when she gives. And she supported Mayuguno a lot. So now to go there and see that this is you. Because remember, you know, guys, when Brenda first went to the village, we remembered, I saw Mayuguno on a video actually saying he does not want anybody at his home. He was basically, you know, shoving them off. So to me, Brenda felt rejected from the inception. So maybe everything is coming out now. Like, look here, nobody's perfect. And remember what happened with the case of Minhawi, so on and so forth. So people, to me, people gonna get frig up. People is gonna get frig up and not want nobody to come around them. So it's like everything that is playing out based on fear, not wanting reactors around them, based on, remember Marwa even came out and said to us, he don't care for no reaction. and we shouldn't use his stuff. And you can't blame him. We didn't listen. I never listened. Brenda left, but I didn't, because me, and to show you that Brenda has, she deals with things differently. She was the only one who removed herself from this whole thing because she felt embarrassed. It's telling you that she deals with this thing. She when she give you her heart. She gives you from deep down inside. She gives you everything. On the other hand, we understand that I'm not mixing business with pleasure. I'm here for business. I'm talking. You can't tell me actually not to talk about you because your video is in the public domain. You guys hear me do that all the while. I said nobody can tell me not to speak on them when the video is in the public domain. I speak on what is on the public. You put it there and I react on it. And it's not that I'm doing any tarnishing of your name, so you can't tell me to stop. If you say don't use your name in my titles, it's fine by me. But you're not gonna single-handedly let me destroy what I've created. No, because you never helped me to build it. And I never came to you to build it. So this is what Brenda didn't get. That's the part of it that Brenda didn't get. So it tells you that she's already hurting because she feels like, oh God, I was here defending all these people and all I've been getting is insults. No, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. So let me just read something. Oh, this thing. No one is perfect. Exactly, Marvia. No one is. People carrying feelings. That is the truth. That is the truth. That is the truth. Yeah. That is the truth. Of course, clips were cut. Murphy, clips were cut. It's quite evident that he took them out. And listen, people have a right to not put certain things on their channel. And furthermore, if you want to be professional, you don't take those things to your channel. That was a squabble. That was a squabble, like a squabble in the village. And I don't want that squabble on my channel. I'm not going to put it. But I know that it is there. I know that it happened, meaning that he knows. So for instance, it's my video. And I know personally that the squabble happened. And I don't want to put it on my channel. I'm not going to put it. Let's see, it happened tomorrow. Remember, if you look at Mogesi's video, Marwa had his camera recording. And Mogesi was recording also. Marwa was telling Mogesi, don't record it, don't record, don't record it, don't record me. You understand? Because Marwa knows that Mogesi was going to put it out and he did not want it to be out. So what's the difference between both parties here? I don't see much difference because you're going to remove it from his video. Marwa did the same because Marwa was recording. So for me, honestly, Brenda coming out to say you damn lie, you're lying, and don't make Savelli look like he's lying because you know what you know what you did. This is all I see that is happening here. But Brenda, however, people were like already waiting to see her fall and say, I told you so. Because remember the other day, how Nairobi teacher got with this information, I don't know. Remember the other day with the situation where Brenda came out and spoke. Not Brenda, Nairobi teacher came out and said some things on his channel that Brenda was chased and yada yada blah blah. Nobody knew about this thing. If Brenda was that bad, wouldn't she have come to her channel and readily start to say things? No, she didn't say anything. So even if she shared, or if somebody was in the vicinity and decided to share, well, news got to Nairobi teacher, and Nairobi teacher readily come to the platform and put money on it and release the information. Hello, our blessings. But there they watch the hurricane come through. Actually, it's passing. It will be passing, but we're getting like overcasted. See, it's overcast. Oh, not on that side. As it is overcast, and also we're getting some wind, but every now and then the wind builds up. Yeah, so I'm just here chatting with the people them about Wagwan. Emma, good morning. Morning. Wagwan. In my language, when they say morning, miss. When they say morning, miss, it sounds like you have something to say. That is just my culture. Morning, miss. You can raise your hand, if you have something to say. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Blessings. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Mm, Grace. Grace, I don't understand. You're big, you're large. Morning, miss. No, it could be. Yes, it could be that. But also, it put me back in the memory of school days. When you want to get the teacher attention, you say, morning, miss. Morning. You already say good morning to her, but because you want to get her attention. Yeah, my people. So, anyways, Miss Upton. Righty, George. Miss Upton alive. Lime Tree Lane. Remember them something there? Who remember Lime Tree Lane? Miss Upton. What the rest of characters had name? Miss Upton was the one that resonated with me though. Hey, and boy is he wearing a Miss Upton? I want wearing a Miss Upton again. I want wearing a Lime Tree Lane again. Aye. Aye, aye, aye. Can't even remember. I don't remember. But as me say, as I was saying, right? Like I'm trying not to go too deep in the Jamaican dialect because you have other people watching. Yeah, long time that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Doreen. So, um, going to Carol. I'll tell you the honest truth. For me personally, I was pissed. I was pissed about the situation. But when I listen to Kamanji, it's like I get understanding. It calms me down. For some reason, sometimes it's good. Your opinion alone, they say lean not on your own understanding. We must understand also that Brenda, should I use dyslexic? Also, she's dyslexic and she sees the world differently. She deals with things differently. You understand? And she gonna do things differently. I don't like listening to Kamanja. Me get the feeling as if she never went for maybe joining the lazy gang as others have it, because I watch Evil Prince's thing, and I left a comment there. I don't think Brenda joining on damn lazy gang. I don't think Brenda will be joining on lazy gang. I honestly and truly believe that Brenda want to just say her make her peace and keep it moving. If you listen to Kamanja's video when you're done from here, and I think that will actually give you a better understanding. Most people are praising one person. He is no better. We must use common sense and speak the truth. Listen, let me tell you something from the bottom of my heart. Common sense right now. Sorry guys, you're watching one of my neighbor's roof. They're on the downstairs over the yard, so sorry about that. Anyway, no need to be sorry. People house, people property, not mine. Common sense, in my opinion, is the right word. My question is why Savelli did not record the threats. But then if somebody approach you suddenly, I'll look at it. If somebody approach you, sit down chatting, as you saw where they were under the tree with Chacha. I'm looking at this, and I was even saying in Prince's comment section that Chacha will have the truth. Prince know how to locate Chacha. Ask Chacha. But then instead of asking for seeking for the truth, because Chacha was there, then you have a second person that was there other than Savelli. Savelli was there reasoning with Chacha under the tree. So if you were sitting talking to somebody and don't even Savelli was recording and not a video on another piece of land, then they left and they went to the other land to do what they're doing. Now he's there talking to somebody. He wasn't recording, holding a reasoning with the person, with Chacha. And then Mayugono came out and said what he said. He came out and he said what he said. They were talking back and forth. If you notice, you heard Savelli said, you know, this is why I'm mad. This is why I'm mad. This is why I told you before that I am mad. I am mad about it because you're talking to me like I'm some child. So it simply means that they had some kind of reasoning before. And then if you notice, Savelli said that I am now recording you. I am now recording you because I know that you are going to want to upload the video to make me look bad. So I am now recording you. So it simply means that there was a discussion before and he was not recording. I listened to them. Even though English is not English, I understood exactly what was going on there. I am an editor, so I get it. Common sense, as Mervis said. Common sense. Common sense. Now, Brenda going to AM Carol. Brenda going to AM Carol to message her or to call her or whatsoever. We saw that trend before. Remember with Minhawi, we saw, I was saying it earlier, that Minhawi did something like that before, where she had apologized, but Minhawi did it publicly, right? Minhawi did it publicly. Minhawi was saying that she was coming back out to expose some things, which I don't know what happened. She never did, but you know, sometimes she never did. Now in this case, I don't hear, and I'm hoping, deep down in my heart, I just feel like Brenda just needs to focus on her content, because I don't see where Lazy Gang is excuse me, I don't see where Lazy Gang is going to make anything better for her. Let me read. My phone is low. So people angry, they will say anything and look like they did have something against each other. But remember, Mayugono was saying that you, bro, I saw you talking in you see, that whole thing is speaking for itself. I saw you talking about me in Gutu's comment section. I saw you. So it simply means that Mayugono is pissed. Why did he say that? Why did Mayugono come? Would he just come out of the blue and say, I saw you talking about me in Gutu's comment section? It simply means that they had some kind of argument before. Simply means. So he's now telling me, yeah, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. You're not really good because you're discussing me in Gutu's comment section. This is giving, I am carrying feelings about this whole thing. Guys, like the video, like the live. Sorry, please. 10 likes, 19 viewing. Both of them wrong for putting it on the internet, but to me, they're both wrong for coming out with it. But from what I understood in the video where Brenda said, and even from when Civilly said, I'm going to record you, because you're not, I know what you want to do, to put the video out to make me look bad. So it simply means that Civelli ran to release his video because this is Carolee West, because welcome, because he did not want to. I'm here looking through the window, sis Carolee, to watch. We're doing a hurricane watch while talking to you guys. I've been doing all of this because I wasn't ready. I wasn't really planned for a live. I never had anything planned. Just here watching my neighbor, watching my over my neighbor's roof, and watching the hurricane passing, hurricane winds, clouds passing. Yeah, so on up, you're saying Brenda is just short-tempered. I think let me tell you, the best way you would understand what's going on is to watch Kamanja's video. And the reason why I said that, he broke it down clearly. Don't watch the title. The title is misleading, but as a content creator on up, you will understand that titles are meant to pique interest, not to let you turn away. But sometimes it does. It does go against people, you know, when them look at it, they don't want. Even Brenda herself probably might be offended by just looking at Kamanja's title. But Kamanja broke it down easily. My understanding of the whole thing is that it is a deeper issue Oh no, sis Carol. It's just passing. If you know, it was darker before. It's a little lighter now. It, yeah, it's a little lighter now. Yeah. So I was saying, for me, there's an underlying issue that they're not addressing, and the underlying issue Brenda did address. At one point, Brenda said, "If you're having an issue with Ngutu, why don't you address him and leave us alone?" Maybe she shouldn't have said it that way. I'm trying to address a comment about Brenda being a little short temper. Yes, it might be an issue, but there's also another issue of her giving her heart and soul to the reaction to defend even Mayugunu while she was away in Saudi Arabia. She defended Mayugunu vigorously, if that's the right word. Greetings. Okay, Angus, blessings and welcome. Blessings and welcome. We're here doing a hurricane watch while I talk to you guys. I'm through my kitchen window looking over my neighbor's roof. I'm watching the storm clouds passing. Anyway, so I'm somewhere in the Eastern Caribbean. We're just overlooking our neighbors here in the village and watching the storm clouds. Blessings, and happy Saturday. So I'm saying, honestly, Brenda addressed that part and said that if you are having an issue with Ngutu, why don't you address him instead of coming after us or something of the effect? That is my understanding. So if you listen and watch Kamanje's video, it gives you a history, like a timeline of what really, or a summary rather, of what really is happening. And it's true. It is true. Kamanje is correct with what he's saying, based on how things are happening. Yes, Brenda did her videos. She did her reaction and she did it from her heart. Brenda wears her heart on her sleeve. You can't get Brenda no different. Remember also, guys, for some of you who may not know, Brenda is dyslexic. So it gives, with a situation like, with an issue like that, or when you're in that situation, you will see the world differently. If you're gonna get mad, you're gonna get mad to a degree. If you're gonna love, you're gonna love to a depth. You understand what I'm saying? It gives you, like, I don't want to say a disposition. With dyslexia, will give you a kind of disposition, you know, not to talk down on things because you have all kind of different things. Thank you, Doreen. I don't know what it said. I wasn't even looking. Thank you. Because I don't want to, for me, with all parties involved, me not take no sides, because people have them ways. I was saying earlier, for those of you who just joined, I was saying earlier, I was drawing a reference. I was saying, remember when Marwa and Mogesi had it out? Marwa never put it on his video. If it wasn't for Mogesi, the world wouldn't have seen what happened there when Marwa went after him at the day when the truck was he used the bike to block the road for the truck couldn't pass, and Mara, grab him and not grab him and telling him stop recording and they move the bike, blah 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 blah. He didn't show it. He never showed it. So it simply means that Mayugunu may have taken the same road to not bring the drama onto his camera, let it stay off camera, because they are regular human beings like anybody, teeth and tongue of meat. So for me, honestly, I'm not going to draw no sides. Anybody who taking them actions, they have to know, say there's a reaction for every action. No, so it go. If Brenda decided to go to the police, or what his name decided to go to the police, knowing damn well that a lot of their supporters are, people who support the village, support all the content creators from the village, like no, all the content creators that are like with Marwa or Marwa, see Marwa as their protege. You understand? They would know, or they should know, that if they ever take it upon themselves to say they're going to defend what they think is right, it is going to come with some kind of backlash, because people are not going to want to hear, especially if you don't have proof. People don't care for that. Them not going to care for that because they were not there, and if you don't come with the proof, fire for you. That is exactly what is happening right now. Hello, Michaelen. Wagwan, good. Yes. So this is basically what is happening. Nobody wants to hear anything, because then now, to add insult to injury, she went to the AM Carol to say sorry for whatsoever she said sorry for. I don't know, but as far as I can see, she wants to move on. Remember, we saw the same thing with Minhawi. Now, this in itself is going to be even a bigger backlash, because they're going to say, yes. I saw Prince video, and I know Prince was happy to clap back at Brenda. I said it before, and I'm saying it again. I know Prince would have been happy to clap back at Brenda, because they had it out at one time, and Brenda went all in, because she saw the way how she saw Prince. Nobody could tell her that Prince was not so and so. And the reason why, because Brenda sees the world differently than a lot of us. She sees the world differently, and I will not sit here and I grew up, let me tell you something, I will not sit here and lie. I grew up with somebody that raised me, which is was my mother's aunt. So that would have made her my great aunt. That lady couldn't read for the love of God. And if she got to argue with you, oh my God in heaven, my God in heaven, you best leave that conversation, you know. She have her points, and she holding on to them. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. You understand? So I'm saying all of that to just say that, you know, sometimes when people have dispositions like such, like the dyslexia, it allows for them to see things differently. They will operate differently, which the regular normal world with high IQs and they're gonna see it differently. And hence me, I look for peace. I look for peace. I know that this young lady has her method of doing things. I can't go and shove my belief down her throat. All I advise her, Brenda, I don't know what is happening on the ground. You guys are still going to have to plant in that area where my Yoguno house is. You know, just make peace. You are correct for standing up for yourself, because I don't take threats lightly. The world is filled with crazy ass people. People that are actually filled with a grief, strife underneath, beneath it all. And Carol will laugh at her, of course, because Carol will laugh at her, and this is giving them things to talk. This is giving them things to talk. She will laugh at her, and Carol would make it a content. I didn't watch her. I saw it on Prince Odinga's thing. You know? But Carol, listen to me. Is AM Carol in any kind of position to be even talking about Brenda? I sat down on numerous occasions and see these people even call Congress Mom Ashawa. Class D Mwango as a call girl. As bad as things was, at least Brenda tried to make peace and forget about that shit. That there's a quote in the Bible about making peace with your enemy. I don't know. Anybody who knows that verse can drop it right there. So give me 1 second and I will come back. Give me a second, I'll come back. Let me just tend to something and I'll come right back to you guys. If you know the Bible verse, I will bless the Lord. Yes, my people. Yes, my people. Yes, my people. I am back. Sorry for the sharp breaking transmission, but we had to do the do. The water is now off, so maybe soon the power will go off. You know, during these times, these things might happen. So I'm saying, all right, my people. So I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was here talking and didn't even realize that the thing is mute. Sorry about that. I was chatting. I was in the machine before I left. I was saying thank you to Awa for the Bible verse that says that blessed are the peacemakers. You have a lot of things that will happen and go on in a people's heart. You don't know people's mind, and we don't know. You know, people will do things and say things, and then they have other ulterior motives. We really don't know. Angus is saying it is crazy to me how people process their thoughts. Really, yes, yes, and it goes for both parties. Whether you're with this or with that, it is crazy. It's honestly, it's crazy. Yes, Marwa has never, he has never asked for anyone to defend him, and that is why Angus, he stands up and speaks strongly against all reactors, because he does not support no reactors, because he does not want for anybody to come out in his aid to defend him, and then if things don't work out, they blame him. You understand? Also, he does not want to look weak. He does not want to be accused, because they were doing it. During the time of Minhawi, Marwa was accused of using reactors to defend him because he's weak. I don't know. Maybe you were around all those times. I don't know how long. Yeah. But I was saying earlier that people think differently and people behave differently based on their own shortcomings, based on their own upbringings, based on their, I don't know how to put it. I said earlier to you guys about Brenda being dyslexic. For those of you who don't know, she is, and most those messages that you see, reply and comments and whatnot, for most part, it would be the hobby. You understand? So sometimes when you see people behave in a certain way, you have to be able to, you have to learn to be able to forgive and move on and just leave them be, let them be their authentic selves, and learn to understand that we were never make equal. Those people will blame Maro for the lack of views. Okay, and this is why a lot of supporters used to say to Marwa that do not be bringing people to your channel to shout out, because then when things doesn't work out, they will turn around and try to lash out at him. That was just a few people that came out and want to say this and that. The ones who we saw that took things in their own hands was when they could not go back to the villa. The most vicious ones. When they could not go back to the villa, then they turn around and say that they were not paid, and all kind of stories. You understand? They weren't paid for certain things, but most things they were paid for. They were paid for. Right? So that was because of anger. But the other set of people, them who, it was just a few. It was just a few. But then overall, people use that one terminology to blame everybody who, you know, the positive reactors. How would Marwa come into this? I don't know. I don't know. That is something strange now, Angus. Because everybody, as far as I'm concerned, who is on street positive, personally, I don't know no one. If you don't be afraid to say who says so, because I personally have never, I do my own things. I've never, and I could, what sense would it make for Marwa to be blamed? I mean, how we know Brenda? How could Brenda say Marwa not allowing her to get views? Brenda, when she stopped doing, when did she say that? When Brenda stopped doing reaction, nobody went back to the channel. Like, a lot of people just watch from the shadows, or they just didn't comment, because you know that people like drama, right? People like drama. People like drama. Definitely, definitely, sis Carolee, things was brewing, and that's why I think Brenda came out and said, leave, if you have a problem with Gutu, go fix Gutu, and left him alone. And also, she said that I defended you guys, and what did I get? Embarrassment and shame, and you guys rejection, something. Rejection. And this is Brenda for you, because Brenda loves deeply. She don't know no better, and she attaches herself. That's why I was saying that out of everybody that I saw reacting on this situation, I think Kamanja's reaction clarifies everything. And to me, this will make you not even want to connect yourself to any situation, and take away yourself and push it in a corner, because we run from one location to the next like a mad ant. You have to protect yourself. Just stand from afar and watch, and just protect yourself. If you don't like, or you're not sure where the person is going, we ourselves are actually attaching ourselves in our own way also. So they're over there doing their own attachment, while we also, as subscribers and supporters, are also attaching ourselves. Me, I just will stop watching. If I don't feel like watch, I watch. If I feel like watch, I watch. But the constant support, if I don't know what you're dealing with, but I understand where Brenda is coming from, in a sense, even though the issue was not Brenda, the issue was with Savelli, but Brenda came in response of Savelli. You understand? I understand. Brenda came to shout, because she said, you guys are not getting it. You guys are not getting it. It is not what it appears to be, because he chopped the video. That's all she was basically saying. He chopped the video because he don't want nobody to see it. He said what he said, he did what he did, and we know. And we know. Now me, on the other hand, me not take on no side, because everybody have them ways. Who knows what is happening behind the background? Now look how we will look crazy. We're here, scuffling, hurling insults, saying this, saying that. Tomorrow, when you look, it is Brenda and Mayuguno and Savelli again, because they're good friends again. And we, on the other hand, now left with nothing but mixed feelings inside and confusion, because we are trying to fix it for them from the outside. No, Let them fix it. Let them fix it. And I say it and I will say it again. Let them fix it, because all of them are living in that village, and they would have to learn to live in unity. But us as outsiders, all we can do is try to make peace and stop taking sides and push this one day, that one day, da. Just watch them, pray for them, and let them make peace. Hi Jody Moore, your blessings and welcome. Let them make peace. I'm here hurricane watch. We're having Hurricane Irwin passing, and I'm just here upstairs in the kitchen overlooking my neighbor's roof and chatting about issues while we watch the storm clouds pass. So Angus is saying the real things. Brenda has not made it about the village, and Brenda has made it about the village and not Mayogodo. Like I say, you remember I was saying that people will deal with things differently. You don't know what was happening in the background. Plus, you don't know how Brenda deal with things. She processes things different. She's a grown woman, but you may find that she will still operate like maybe how a child would, because of her issue that she has. And I keep saying it, Angus, she has a issue. So don't really, even though you have to listen you have to you listen to how she speak. That in itself will be able to tell you that something is somewhere. She something is somewhere brewing. She will not do things how we do it, because we deal with it differently, because we are up there in the head. Not that she's crazy. Brenda, she's just dyslexic. They and remember, Angus, that she said that she was telling him, if he has a problem with Ngutu, go take it up with Ngutu and don't attack her husband, to leave them, let them be. I just listen. For me, I will look at the whole issue from a distance, and because I know what I know, and I will say, for me, okay, Jody is saying, I saw Brenda's post popping up. Say she called Carol to underwear. Carol the underwear. Call Carol the underwear, which, oh God. Huh? Oh, the underwear which scammer. I was having a hard time to read that. To apologize for talking about her kids. Okay. And not to join the lazy gang. Okay. Okay. I will check it out. Okay. All right. I hate when positive fight against, but me too, Doreen. And generally, people in general, the fight fighting is terrible. Like for me, honestly, I guess you probably know something that we don't know. I know you're addressing Judy, but I don't like fighting. I don't like the scuffles. I don't like. Let me tell you something. People here may know something that that nobody else know. But I want to share this. Everybody will speak ill about each other. One point in time or the other. Family stuff, back chat, bad chat. They back chat, they bad chat. They talk bad, they speak bad of each other in public, in private, however they can. We've seen scuffles even between our favorite influencer and his siblings. We've seen it. So I don't want to come out here and pretend as if, like I'm a plain talker. I don't want to come out here and pretend as if nobody is worse than the other. In God's sight, we are all equal. And for me, I just see where this running back and forth and running from this side to that side and that side to this side is crazy. And I hope that Brenda will get some strength and just continue to do her vlog. She came out in defense of her husband. And me not think that make no sense for somebody just get up and start to make up story for no damn reason. It don't make no sense to me. It's not making any sense to me. Maybe some people said that it would have been that they saw a moment for hype, for getting hype. That don't make no sense to me. Because what is gonna happen? You eat 2,000 views, and after the 2,000 views done, you're gone back. It even hurt your channel even more after that, because after the 10,000, the 2,000, the 5,000 views, and your channel go back to regular views, it messes with the algorithm, and your channel will struggle. You understand? Your channel will struggle. So for me, that doesn't make any sense, and I hope that she understands it does not make sense. So if that was the case, or if that's what you guys see and or know that that was the case, I don't know, because I see some people comment saying that she was paid to do what and what. I don't believe that shit. Excuse me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe it had anything to do with anything, because it's obvious that there's an issue, and the issue, she said it for him to go fix the issue with Gutu and stop attacking her husband, stop provoking us, not provoking, stop attacking us. So it simply means that she came in defense of her husband, and we're not seeing it. But until you shoot your foot in the shoe, then you will understand that you're not taking no threat lightly. I saw a comment the other day, right? Doreen, I saw a comment the other day. Cheryl Cottle went to come to tell Nairobi teacher that you were there threatening her life. Imagine, this woman was there threatening my life to tell me that I should go and look after my cancer before I hear blah blah blah. I don't have much time. Imagine, she was there making a complaint on you that you threatened her. Like, she took it as a threat because you told her to go look after her cancer and stop being on YouTube. Stop being on YouTube, fatiguing herself with people's business. She took it as a threat and went to complain on, I think it was Nairobi Teachers. I can't remember which one of those negative people's channel. And she took it hard. So imagine she taking a comment that somebody positively commented and tell her, stop focusing on business and go and fix your medical issue, go look after your cancer, you don't have much time. She said it's a threat. So imagine she going to complain that she feel that, and somebody was telling her to make a formal complaint. She was encouraged to make a formal complaint against this Doreen, da 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 da. So I'm like, what the heck? So like, oh god, oh god. Personally, if, as I was reading Jody Moyo's comment above, and she said Brenda was saying she's apologizing about the kids, the abuse of the kids. Well, if she feel for that to apologize for that, is fine. That is fine. But anything else, Carol is not worthy. She's not worthy, because we've seen many times, I had to pause her. We've seen where she did on a daily basis. She abused, she accused without any proof. Because she's not living in Nebuchadnezzar. So she would have either had to be judging based on content that is brought to the internet, or judging based on hearsay. So what makes her more special than Brenda? And in this case, I see Brenda as even the better one. Going to say sorry, because the Bible says clearly that blessed are the peacemakers. And if she wants to make peace and move on, let she go ahead and say sorry. I call your kid's name. I remember even the other day, just because Dee Mwango held up AM Carol's video on her phone and said unsubscribe from her channel. You remember that it cost Dee Mwango? It was very costly. So who knows why Brenda did what she did? Because if they're really ready to slap her off of YouTube, all they have to do is go back and look for those old videos. Oh no, but that channel is now gone. And imagine, she was one of the ones behind taking down that channel. Hey, Ay, ay, ay. Imagine. Imagine. Guys, let me tell you this thing, right? This world, say a lot cut from the video. Oh yes, it was obvious because it was just the after him editing the video, it became like a montage. So you would just see slides. When it cut, it looks like a montage. What you would call in editing world a montage. That was what was coming out. So I saw that he really cut it. It's like I was saying, it's obvious that he did not want that drama on his channel. He didn't want the world to see that. And we saw where Marwa never released his video either with the incident that happened with Mogesi because Marwa was recording. So I wouldn't blame him for not bringing it on his channel. He don't want that. Teeth and tongue have to meet. Teeth and tongue have to meet, yeah? Teeth and tongue will meet. Not have to. Teeth and tongue will meet. And if I say something and I don't want it there, want it on my channel, I'm not gonna upload it either. So don't blame too much for Sivelli because he run and release. As he said in his video, you think I don't know what you're going to do? You want to go and release your video so that I can look bad, but I'm recording now. I'm now recording, you know, I'm now recording. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. War of the camera. Hello Sharon, happy Saturday. Blessings. Remember to like the live as you come in. Yes, they need to find common ground off camera, but the problem is that they'll thrive for content as a content creator, especially in a village setting where there is content will not be contenting. It will be hard for you to get content. So they will and then there is this thing. Let me complete what I was saying. They would run for the camera for content, number one. Number two, because social media, so much of their life is lived on social media, they would have to prove to their supporters and subscribers, what the hell is this, man? What did I just see on for instance, if there was an issue between Mora and myself, I'm using this as a reference now. If there was an issue between Mora and myself, and you know, Mora was recording or I was recording and Mora didn't record, then, or we were both recording and I run to upload my content. I run to upload my content out of fear that Mora is now going to record me and upload it to show that, just to show her side of the story, and not my side will not be shown. Then I'm going to run to show my side, because then you are not going out there to make me look bad. This is exactly what happened. You will not go out there to make me look bad and then you have all the good name. I am going to show them that you came to fatigue me. You came to fatigue me, and then I started recording. But sadly, he started recording after the fatigue. I think he probably thought that that conversation was going to continue. But you know, it's too smart. That was so low of Brenda. We all came together and helped her. Yeah. Yep. Why go to Carol? Like, everybody's pissed at this time. Everybody's pissed at this time. But if she wants to move on and she sees, in her view, if she sees it fitting, this is just my opinion. If she sees it fitting to go and say, hey, look, I spoke, as you say, Judy, I spoke about, because then that would be her words, what you read and you just reiterated here. I spoke about your kids, and let's just forget it and move on. It simply means that, well, I'm not friggin' forgiving you. I talk about the kids. I have a kid now. I have kids, so let me just say, forget about what I said and move on. Because far as I see, hey, far as I see on Prince's thing, she was very worked up about this children thing. Oh my God. All doing reacting is in some way like the lazy gang. Let me say this, right? People who would come to the channel on numerous times and say, even last week a lady said, why you some lady said, why are you reacting on AM Carol? I'm like, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. But if you wasn't reacting, and if you weren't reacting and sharing it here, I wouldn't see it on my timeline. Well, I said, you have an option. Scoot on over and leave. Just scoot, move it out your way. Move it out your way. You don't have to just hit do not suggest. When you see my content and I'm reacting to somebody and you see it and you don't like that person, you despise that person, if that, just move it away. Do not suggest so I don't come up on your timeline. Reacting against, so the word reaction, as I say, every action has a reaction. When somebody does and takes an action, and you as a reactor would come and speak, emphasize or analyze on that person's action, it is a reaction, and it will appear as if it is negative. It will appear as if it is something negative. But if you look at it, then you have your period. When you were kids, and even now that you have your kids or your grandkids, they do things. You would have to react to them. You correct them. This is basically what happens. But when you dog people and you drag people, this one thing that I used to even tell Brenda about. I used to tell her, do not when you would take things and put against like Carol's face, her head, and you would drag her, call her animal names, and so I used to tell her, even if you think like that, don't take it to the camera. I remember I used to telling her that, don't take it to the camera, just leave that part out of it, because that's really unprofessional and that is totally against YouTube's community guideline. But if you guys look around and you watch a lot of American reaction, even reaction styled podcast, it basically does the same. It may appear as negative because you're not speaking, you're not agreeing to the condition, not the condition, you're not agreeing to the actions of the other person. You're analyzing their actions, and because you're not agreeing in for most part with their actions, it may appear to you who is agreeing to those persons, it may appear to you as if it is negative. No, you're correcting them. Because so if somebody does something bad and you're telling the person what you're doing is wrong. For instance, I've seen Black Beauty call Congrats mom a woman of that age that most likely could have been her mother. You understand? Calling Congrats mom on a shower. And I came out and I lash out against her. People actually was saying, leave Black Beauty alone. What do I know about the family? No. Should I, in other words, stay there and agree with Black Beauty that Congrats mom is on a shower? That is disrespectful. You're talking about somebody's mother. How would she feel if one of her kids came home and said that my friend said you were on a shower? I know she wouldn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But honestly, like, thank you, Angus. Thank you. I'm all over. I'm reading everybody's comments bit by bit while I'm talking. You understand? Jody was asking, so they think Marwan D would visit them every day? Is it why they moved to near Bohanse? I don't think so. I think just like how any other outsider wanted to go and be a part of the limelight, to say that they're part of Marwan's village. I think that is what they saw. Honestly, I think that's what they saw. I think that is what they saw, and they wanted, because see, Jamaican uncle is there. You understand? Jamaican uncle is there, so me not go join the bandwagon there, because Jamaican uncle is there and he was gifted land, so on and so forth, and he's there. So me not go jump on the bandwagon there. Exactly, Murphy. You can't tell adults what to do and who to talk to. Honestly, she also call you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. Mm-mm. Even AM Carol, I went after her because she was saying that Dimwango is a call girl. When I say I went after her, I reacted to that content that she made, calling Dimwango a call girl. Now, if Dimwango came across my video and I was saying that, how the hell do you know? How the hell do you know if she's a call girl? Why do you sit on your channel and say these things? And Dimwango was pissed that I was out there defending her. It's up to her. If I call her name against AM Carl and say stop calling, stop talking, it's up to her. It wouldn't bother me one shit because I know that it is my platform and I am running my platform. So however Dimwango feels after I'm done, it is up to her. I know that I'm speaking out against a wrong that somebody is sitting and using the YouTube platform to do. I'm not gonna attach myself in that way to say, don't talk about my, don't, no. I am speaking out against the way because I know that AM Carol's reactions for most part is just based on anger and they don't like when like people use the word jealousy. It's just anger and jealousy. And I will tell you, if you notice the moves, they're jealous. They are jealous. A lot of these people are jealous. Oh, Maura sent to you Brenda's video. Which video? Which video, Angus? I would say most of these people are jealous. And if you notice that they would talk, yet they are inspired body, mind, and soul by what Marwa is doing. Inspired to the T where there is not a day that passes where they don't run to come to talk about. If he's not there, they urge him. We are in trouble. No video, no uploads. Where is he? Just last week I saw even Pebbles saying that Dimwango, you need to fight with Rosie or something. Not her exact words, but she was trying to urge Dimwango to fight with Rocio. And what happened? What did we see? In return, instead of fighting with Rocio, D came out and made a video with Rocio going places and doing their own things. So if you stop to follow these people running over this side and taking side and side over this side, not that you right the right and wrong the wrong, but in the meantime you urge unity. Even if I speak out against Carol and them, in the end, when I summarize, I would say you guys just don't know how to make peace. You guys want problem always, not peace. Imagine you guys are one African country mate and all that you guys do is just come to the platform to tarnish and tear down each other. No. How about trying to make it work together? Not that you're worshiping Marwa, yada, yada, yada. You know how I say, when I say what I say. You understand? This is how I do my reaction. I don't like to be encouraging no war and no rivalry and no separation. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us here are outsiders. Onlookers. We're not from the village. Including the ones who go to speak negatively and bash. They're not from there. We are onlookers and they're also onlookers. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I look for peace, not war. Not war. Okay, Angus was saying when she analyzed her video and I went to watch it. The one she was saying that the village is not a place to bring up kids. Because of the row, I guess maybe the row, the constant bickering and rowing. She's too grown for all that nonsense, right? It's true. But she knows she's making money from it and she knows that the dramatic thing sells and that's all it is. Because imagine the following day after Dimwango's birthday, Carol came out singing happy birthday. You don't see this woman is a jarring freaking, I don't know what to say. The following day she came out happy birthday to you. I was like, what? If you stop to listen to these people, right, you put yourself in trouble and hate and walk with hate and bitterness in your heart for no reason. Then you become even worse than them. I swear. I'm reading. I think what she meant is she meant by gift. Ah, I don't. Okay, 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 okay. Yes, sir. I'm reading Merville's comment. I'm going backwards. That's a shame to say people don't give. Baby shower. That is nonsense. That part about baby shower is utter nonsense. Um, that is utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. You see, that's what I was saying. People think differently. Maybe like looking to be received in that particular way. That's crazy, and that's crazy. But maybe, as Murphy was saying, she meant by the gift, because I remember she was saying that Ngutu was the only one that turned up with pamper something something for the baby. Things are hard. Things are hard. The skies are clearing up a little bit now, guys, but the water is still off. There is no water in the tap. Oh, it's back. All right, it's back a little bit. They turned it off a while ago. I was thinking that maybe the electricity would have been gone too, but maybe they see that the skies are clearing up, so they just put it back on. When we say clear up, I mean for right now. I don't know for later. um I'm not going to support that either. Okay, Marie, Jody is responding to Doreen. The same way you left when Prince Odinga and Kamanje didn't like same way I left. Okay. That is Jody's respond to Doreen. But the part that thing about the baby shower, that's not necessary. But I guess, when you think that you have a community to get behind you, or you guys are together and nobody show up, or a few people show up, you feel away. You may feel away. This is how people think sometimes. You don't know what's inside their heart, how they think, how they see you. Maybe they would have been doing better for you if they could have, and you're not doing anything because you're in a better position. So I'll be telling you all the while, you don't know how people's thoughts are. You don't know how they're thinking. And that's why sometimes you avoid certain situations. Don't immerse yourself too much into things. But I like Kamanje's video, honestly. It explains a lot. Some of us stop watching the nonsense in that village. And content is not content in that is true. Brenda is, I guess he's saying Brenda is better, and she got my Yogono as a scapegoat. Yeah, you're entitled to that opinion. Yeah, honestly, I just saw her coming out to defend civilly, and they know what they have, the rumblings that they have in the background. One of these days, we must remember also that Mayugono was arrested already for that same thing. And guess, remember that Sergio had Mayugono arrested for that same thing already, for threatening his mother and burning down his house. Remember, don't forget. So this is why a lot of us are here saying that we're not taking no side. You understand? We're not taking no side because he had that issue already, where he was arrested for threatening, making silly threats. And he should know better, because you're a influencer, top influencer. You should know better. You should know better. And that's, we were saying that they should not, both of them shouldn't have run to the internet, because they are top influencers in a sense. You understand? They're doing their thing in their own sense. Don't run to the internet. It's not everything for the internet. Sort it out. We didn't see Mara run. to the internet when the time with Mogesi, and they should use Marwa as an example. Even though other things happened, where we saw where Marwa went to court the other day with the issue with the road, and we had to agree. We had to agree because it was just too much. It was just too much. So let us look at it like this. It was just too much. The only thing with this, like that I see, the only thing with this that I see is calling Carol, right, is going to just give Carol ammunition to laugh, to feel like she has the upper hand, to feel like she's won. Oh, I told you. Oh, we're just waiting for her to come out and tell us all the dirty secrets of the village. Well, I don't think she will see that as long as the Brenda keep her head on her body and just focus on her family, to know that there's nothing out there to gain other than they drag you like jackasses, just like what they did with, and I hope, Brenda, if you're hearing me, just like what they did with Joyce's. All they wanted was content from them, and when they were done, they were dumped like hot shit. You understand? I see Joyce's right now in her country, back home, struggling, and I hope that they are putting hands together to help her, because when they wanted all the juicy details about the village, Joyce's was ready and willing to give. Even the other woman, what's her name? I saw her commenting on the Brenda's video, Yummy Kitchen. She was one of the one also there commenting, oh, I'm not doing reaction anymore. Da, 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 da. Well, it's a good thing. All they want to see is other people fighting. It's like they come with spite. They just want to see people fighting. That is all. I'm making comments and bringing stories out of the village. That is all. Let me see. Now you want her to stop talking to people who really support them. People must socialize with who they want. I agree with you. I really agree with you. Mikkel, ungrateful, worse than Obia. That also is a strong point, Sister Carly. Being ungrateful. No money making in the village now. Low views. Boy, all over. I guess. Okay, that's. It's so sad. Murphy is saying that Priska visited her, and more we don't focus on. It is not mainly about gifts. They are behind the scenes issues, and that was what I was trying to say all the time, that Brenda was actually saying, go deal with the pending issues and stop attacking. Thank you, Judy, for that. Stop attacking. There are issues behind the scene. It's not just that. You understand? Like I say, I've seen oh, Angus, I'm not defending Mayugano at all, guys. I wouldn't I wouldn't bet on him for that. Now, he's young and hot-headed, like, you understand, and that will cause him to say and do anything. And that's what I'm saying. It's better they fix it, because I don't want to hear now that they go to farm and then another argument start and fight and people damaging people. So it's better they fix it now. And I just believe that we may be here. We are back again. All right. Yes, that's me. Yep. As usual. I'm here, but I was looking on the outside. I'm looking on the outside. Let me just turn you guys back to the window. And it actually, doing this, it actually helps me to be able to read the comments. Sorry about that. The internet, because of the hurricane thing, the internet is kind of cornering. Where was I? Angus, Carly West, exactly. Okay, so Carly made a comment and I was trying to read the comment, but then it... So if I I guess you were saying if you did bad things before, does it mean I will accuse him of that all the time? No. No, 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 no. I'm saying that remember he's capable of like this is actually for those who was that statement actually came I think I was answering something above where I was saying remember he did it before, so it simply means that he's capable of it, not that you're blaming him. Somebody's capable of is not blame. So it simply means that you don't put it past. It can happen again. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the whole issue is that the video is evident that the video was edited and he has a right, because if don't put those things on your channel because it's only going to create drama. You don't want to see your audience hearing you telling people that you will do what, and what. No, no, don't put those things on your channel. But when you bring it out, it's deceptive also. It's a form of deception also to actually bring the video in that format, knowing why you put the video out. It is deceptive. And sometimes, you know, these things, instead of instead of making the issue better, it actually ends up being worse, because then we wouldn't be here talking about all of this if the truth was out. If the truth was out. But as I said earlier, that Chacha was there. Chacha was there with him, and I know that Chacha would know the truth, because then Savelli and Chacha was sitting on the outside reasoning by the side of under the tree by the fence. So Chacha would have known. The whole fact of the matter is that they are grown up men, and none of this had no place on the internet. Like being a street kid doesn't mean that you have to be I was reading Angus's comment. I think you're responding to Carly, but being a street kid, you're gonna be rough around the edges, yeah? You're gonna be rough, you're gonna be in defense mode most times. It takes time sometimes it never leaves you. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna judge him for being a street kid, like judge him for the rest of his life for being a street kid. You know, I was upset one time so bad when I say upset, meaning I was just pissed about a comment that I heard Nairobi teacher made one time, that he hates Mayugunu and he will never forgive him as long as he live. And he hates. So I was saying to myself that hate is such a strong word. Imagine, what could he have done? He actually ended his sentence by saying that he's a scammer. And I'm like, oh my God. So if you see somebody as a scammer and you know better, for instance, he was around Mayugunu, like on numerous occasions, he was around Mayugunu and he had the opportunity to correct him. Apparently Mayugunu never wanted to be corrected. So he took it upon himself to go to his channel and to say that he hate the guy and he will never forgive him as long as he lives. And I'm like, oh my God, like seriously. And you are the older one? You're kidding. So it simply means that he sees him as street, as a hustler, and he sees him as he will forever be a hustler in his eyes. But you're going to forever be a hustler, and he will not change. That is how Nairobi teacher is seeing him. So he instead of saying, boy, what you're doing is bullshit, stop it, he says he hates him. There are many other people who would have wanted to join and say that, but no. It's nonsense. It's crazy. You don't have to hate somebody for being who they are. You try to help them to work on themselves. I'm missing some comments here. All I can say is if you are wrong, you're wrong. If you threaten someone, he has the right to report it. Of course, like I said, I don't know where I would have gone if it was me in that position, honestly, because me not take nobody threat simple. People are crazy. I don't know what I've done. Maybe it would have been a maybe it would have been a Ross fight. It probably would have been a fight. I'm telling you. Because me not take no threat so simple. But who knows what caused him, what was said to just get up and say what he said. I don't think he randomly said what he said. It had to be in an argument that led him to trip. So, again, we say two wrongs can't make a right. Oh, Angus, he said, and he thought he would control him. Ah, you see? Yes, Coralie, that's all right. That is so right. We don't know. No one knows. And that's why I say two wrongs cannot make a right. And it shouldn't have ended up on the internet. But he run in fear of, he ran to the internet, Sibeli ran to the internet in fear of Mayuguno releasing the video first just to make him look bad. That's what he said on his thing. And I understand because you're not going to go, if it was me, probably I would have done the same shit because I caught you recording and you're not going to be exposing me as a bad person and then you're not showing your side. You're not showing your side. Oh my god. It's getting a little more windy again. It looked like there are bands of clouds passing and then each time the clouds pass the wind pick up. So you can see the tree off to the side kind of dipping and it's so cold, very very cold because I'm on the upper floor, very cold. But thank God it's not raining though, because the last time we had a any kind of tropical or hurricane passing, it took down one of the mango trees over that side. It took it down. It almost fell on the house actually. So thank God it's not really, because it's now a category 4. It's a, as for Brenda, I can say she should be that person. She should be that person to please what others think. We don't know. Honestly, I agree with defending. If you know that something went wrong, somebody was threatened, I would defend, because what's wrong is wrong. And if Mayuguno was never threatened, if Mayuguno was never threatened and he decided to make idle threats, in the condition that Brenda is, we've seen her at her best with reaction being the alpha female. Brenda will not do anything less than stepping out. You will not expect anything less of Brenda. The same passion that she took to the streets for Marwa and anybody. Like I said, Brenda wears her heart on her sleeve. And you will not, don't expect anything less from her. So when she give you, she give you. When she done, she done. That was my great aunt. That it was the same way. When she gonna love you to death. But if you cross her path, hey, that's the end of you and her. Cause that's my great aunt now. Cause she's gonna make sure she cut you off and she cut you done. She is done. But when she was loving you, when she was loving you, and there she used to. Sorry guys. She used to always say this thing. Nobody love me. If she ever ask you for a cup of tea and you tell her, hold on, I'm doing something and I will come as soon as I'm finished, she would say, oh, none of y'all love me. I would always be here, whether y'all want the tea or not. I always make it and put it down for you. But now that I want it, nobody ready to give it to me. Like she wants for you to stop everything. Whenever, but like I tell you, my great aunt, she couldn't read. She couldn't read, so she saw things differently. When she gives you, it's like she was just probably looking back for the same in return. And I see it in Brenda, because she knows she gave Nebo Hansi her all. And like she probably was expecting more. Like I say, I honestly guys, sorry my people. Sorry, you're gonna see my sink and my dirty dishes, but it's alright. There's no water in the pipe now. Listen, you can see me now, and then I'll be forcing to read. I had to move my position a little bit because I was leaning forward to read your comments. So I was saying, my people, right? What Brenda is dealing with right now, it is just like how my great aunt used to be. Whatever she sorry my people, sorry. However she sees things, she sees it her way. If she love you and she love you dearly, don't think that you're gonna love her halfway. She's gonna come for you because she's gonna tell you she was giving you love, expect the same love in return. That is what I'm seeing here with Brenda's situation. Carly is saying, okay, something is troubling this woman in the streets. The streets are smart. These are in Jamaica. It doesn't say in Jamaica when drunk or want to go lower. The sea breeze blowing faster. Well, we shall be here on the streets, and that is a fact, sis. That is a fact. Oh, here comes the rain now. It looks like it's about to rain, guys. That is a fact. What you're saying, sis, about the Jamaican parable, that is so true. And also, it's evident, as Mervis was saying, it's evident that there are other things happening in the background. It's quite evident. Brenda said it on the video, and we could go on and on and on and on for the whole day about all of that. It's true. There are things, and like how you would call it now. Come on, there are struggles. What is this? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me just flip this and check something a little bit. There are struggles on the ground that we don't know of because we are not there in that village, evidently. Please, guys, Brenda brought on YouTube, and it was calculated. Oh, okay, I don't know what that means. What do you mean, Angus? You're responding to Carolie's thing that her actions were calculated based on what she's going through. I maybe who knows. All I want right now is peace, and I don't want to. Let me tell you why I don't want to. I don't want to be like bad mouthing, bad talking, taking sides, because I understand these are young people and how they don't really deal with things from time to time, how deal with it correctly. So I don't want to be splitting no peas right now. There are people that I love and admire, and I know the struggles, so I'm not gonna be splitting anything. What's wrong, what's done is done, and it shouldn't have happened this way. This is just how I see it. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I see it. Marvia, okay, this is Doreen. Oh, what I see it, and I guess you're in Nebuchadnezzar, so you know it's all, and I will forever say they were friends. Exactly, Doreen. And just like how they come on YouTube with the brawl, maybe we go see them being friends again, maybe not. Who knows? Because we might be here struggling, and tomorrow is them again. Who knows? Laughing like nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? Brenda's behavior as observing was a cup slowly filling up based on my observations. A lot is going on behind the scenes. That too. And you cannot force donkey to drink water. They're gonna kill me with parables. You cannot force donkey to drink water. That is true. In this case, that is true. Do you think no, I'm not. I have my own observation. I understand you, Marvia, because I saw some frustration, and based on what she said, I guess Brenda is not looking for peace. Some people don't really know when to quit, when to just calm down. It is a matter of Angus, if you can remember how Brenda was doing her reactions. Remember, she put everything. This is exactly what we're seeing again. She gives everything. So it's not like she don't want to look for, she don't want peace. It simply means that when she holds on to a point, it's hard for her to let go. She don't know when to let it go. Just let it go and move on. That is just what we see right now. Okay, that's Doreen responding. Allow me to express myself based on what I see. I'm not anyone donkey. Okay, so starstruck. That's the right word. Angus, you hit the nail on the head. It's not Brenda alone. It's not Brenda alone too. A lot of people who are there, they have this issue of being star stricken. It's true. It's true. It's nothing but the truth. That there is true. Um, but with time, you would learn and understand that you too, you also is a star in your own right. Because who would have thought that everybody would have known Brenda's name. Everybody know Brenda by name. And I was saying, I thought I said that to her in a comment too also, that you're a star in your own rights because you have a name. People know your name. And when somebody know when somebody know your name, it simply means that hey, I'm up there too. I might not be in numbers, but you know what I'm saying. I never watched her until she came on the live. Okay. That was the same thing. She was starstruck. Yeah, that is. Oh my God. That is the truth right there, Angus. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. I thought the rain would have come over. Obviously it's not. And thank God for that, because then you guys wouldn't be hearing me, even though I want to go off. Let me see if the water is still on. Not much. Not much, not much, not much. What I want to do is just close off here and go off and see if I can get some water in my washing machine, because I want to do some laundry. On Saturdays I do my laundry if I can. But guys, listen, honestly, this whole saga will go away. Remember when Minhawi came out and everybody was nervous that she was gonna come out and wreak havoc, and she said she was coming back. She never did, and thank God she didn't. I just let it be and just mind her own business and move on. She had unrealistic expectations. I saw even Kamanja was saying the same thing, and I have to agree. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. 100% is quite evident. And like I said, some people can, people's capacity are sometimes so different. And when I use the term capacity, you know what I mean? Angus, you would understand what I mean. People can only understand things to a certain level, and when they get it and hold on to it, and they hold on to it with this for their life. And in this case, this is what we saw. Now, one would hate to agree, but it is what it is. That's exactly what happened. Too much expectations. Because remember, let me see, Doreen was saying, I'm a person, I don't look to people for nothing. I work for mine. I just, yes, in way, and walk with my with the vex money, because so when you're ready you can go do your own thing. Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. But in a case where, like for Brenda's case, where she has no other option than YouTube is her salary. Remember, she was beaten up in Dubai and thrown out in the middle of the night and left for dead, and And I think she as Angus said that there was like realistic expectation. I think she felt that everybody knew her story, and they knew it enough to come to her aid. Which in retrospect, the world doesn't really see things like that. It don't. It don't. It don't see things like that. So whatever happened right now, some of the things them was totally some things that happened in the background was totally uncalled for. I'm speaking on things that I know personally. Was some of them was totally uncalled for. That happened. Totally uncalled for. But it is what it is. It happened already. And we just have to learn and move on. Learn and move on. So I will not carry. Who is this? Oh, Mervia. I realized I'm calling you Mervis. Mervia. I will not carry a greater as one. Yes, I have my own observations. I will speak my truth with no fear. And then this is why, actually, Mervis, that's a strong point. And this is why I always say that, you always hear me say on the podcast that nobody come to tell me how to run the show, because I observe and I make my reactions based on my observations, and that's how I see things. So, and everybody's entitled, and I love to talk without no fear, and that's why I say I struggle to build a channel. It wouldn't go as fast as many others because they would network, they would do this, they would do that, but I like to stand up and do my little thing. You know what I'm saying? I was saying, Doreen, we grow with granny. Always have a always have your mad money. Yeah. Hello. Click. What? What am I saying? Hello? Why is this thing coming from? Hello, we are contacting you regarding community guidelines. What? Breaches? You have 20 minutes to reply with your hold on for me. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I don't know where this thing coming from. I don't know where that is. Find out more, thanks. I don't know if you guys are still here. Hello, we are contacting you regarding your community guideline breaches. I don't know what guideline breaches. You have 20 minutes to reply with your justification. Type 1 to find more. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. These. Oh. Well, that's their business. Let them do what they want. YouTube was. Yeah. Um. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I don't know what they want. Who know that is not how YouTube spell? Fake channel. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what the issue is. Okay, that's nonsense right there. Anyway, people, yeah, so yeah. You remember I said that earlier on. Remember I said it earlier on. So that is how they do when they're doing what they're doing, so they can exactly. Exactly. That is how they do what they do and mess up people's channel. That is what they do and mess people's channel. Big time. Nonsense. Anyway, I was telling you earlier on, guys, that I am about to go get some. The water is running a little bit. I don't know what can be done. Let's see if I could get some water in my machine. Let me see if I can get it full, and I will see you guys soon. All right. It was really nice chatting with you guys, and we're trusting that yeah, Angus, thanks for your comments also. Once you're done here, can you just leave some comment on the front section of the video, so that the algorithm can know that you guys are doing something, period. I don't know with them and the bots, let them continue. This is the trend. This is what they're doing to destroy channels, but they could keep it up. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. You guys enjoy the rest of the weekend while we continue to watch for the storm clouds to roll past. Enjoy, and it was really nice. It was really a pleasure, and I hope that these people, these young people, can find common ground somewhere or the other, some way or the other. All right, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for the chat. Bye.